Hi, my name is Sechaba Selialia, founder of the African Rebranded movement. Africa Rebranded is a student-led movement aimed at promoting the ideology of Afro-optimism towards an integrated African market. Our mission is to spread the good news about Africa and the potential that it has, with the sole aim being to make Africans realize that by working through issues currently hampering growth and development, they too can make an active contribution towards the continent's regenerative process, whilst empowering themselves and society at large. Now, our vision is to see an Africa where students are bridging the gap between knowledge and society by embodying and promoting African pride through messages of hope, possibility, and rejuvenation in order to inspire Africans to be the change that they seek. As a student-led movement, we have tabulated 5 midterm goals that we would like to achieve, but can only do so with your active contribution and participation. The first and most important goal is that of redefining the word African and hence the African identity. Now, I find fault in the dictionary definition of the word African. The dictionary defines an African as a person of African descent, especially a black person. Now, this implies that a person of European descent, a white person, who has lived in Africa their whole life and knows nothing else but it, cannot refer to themselves as African. I find a problem with this. They say the biggest problems are caused by the smallest things. Now, I think this is one of those small things that is making the biggest impact, one of the biggest impacts. The second goal that we have is to address underlying racial tensions amongst the different racial groups in Africa. The third goal is that of bridging the gap between knowledge and society, because essentially that is what students do. We go to institutions of higher learning to acquire knowledge that we will later impart with the rest of society so as to add value, and we are financially remunerated for doing so. Our fourth goal is to push for the Africanization of the African education system. This is spurred on by the concept that learning or being taught European history makes Africans idolize the European lifestyle or the European way of living, and in so doing forget or undermine their own heritage and where they come from. The fifth and last goal is serving as a mouthpiece for young individuals and young leaders concerned about shaping Africa's future. Now, it is important to remember that it took hundreds of years for the situation to reach the state at which it is at this point in time, and we cannot realistically expect it to take an amount of time shorter than that in order to fix the problem. But it doesn't mean we shouldn't start now. I believe that I, with you and everybody else who wants to be involved in this campaign, can change the situation, because all it takes is a mindset change. Now, I'm challenging you to be a part of that generation that changed the situation and changed the path of history so as to benefit generations to come. Africa, yours, mine, ours.